Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and we do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is a best-of-3 matchup. It is the semifinal in tonight's All-League Arena tournament for Alt Starcraft, and this is going to be another phenomenal matchup. It is going to be Protoss, or sorry, how about Zerg versus Terran, or Terran versus Zerg, whichever way I want to look at it. But going to be a great matchup. Optikcoyote here is going to be our purple Zerg. NMxEnixAce, our red Terran. They're going to be spawning in cross positions. Optikcoyote is up here at the 12 o'clock. NMxEnixAce down at the 6 o'clock. Got to love the positioning here on MLG's Metalopolis. So this is going to be tons and tons of fun. First game, so in the best of 3, we'll see who's going to take that down, put the pressure on their opponent. Got to love it. Looks as though he is going to be gearing. Oh wow, Optikcoyote gearing up, man. He is going to be sending out his Overlord to this position, so probably going to see a fast expand from Optikcoyote. A little bit of an extractor trick going down here for Coyote, and for NMxEnixAce we do have a supply depot going down as well as a fairly early gas. Wow, gas before barracks, not bad. Interesting play. So probably going to see, I don't know, what do you get with that early gas? Is it the Reaper build? I can't remember now. But regardless, it is definitely going to be some early tech of some kind. You've got to have gas to tech as Terran. So let's take a look at what Optikcoyote's got for us. We do have an Overlord going to be cruising out to camp over this position. We should see a potential expand from him here in just a moment. Is it going to be a 15 hatch? It looks as though it may be. He has got a lot of minerals, and down it goes. It is indeed a 15 hatch. So a good fast expand here from him, and sending out a drone scout, as well as an SCV scout from his opponent. Looks like he will make it to his opponent's base first. And look at that, scouting the cross position first. Interesting. Wants to see if he is there. I guess he doesn't. Hoping that he's there, hoping that he's not the close air. Does see his opponent, and it does see the hatcher going down. Is going to cruise up the ramp. Does see the spawning pool going down. Looks everything pretty standard. A very, very standard fast expand here from Optikcoyote, but NMxEnixAce definitely going to be happy about that scouting intel. And in the meantime, Optikcoyote scouting his opponent's base. We do have this barracks complete, and going to be sending out a Marine at fastest pace possible. It's always the same pace, but as fast as possible. And a factory going down. Look at that. NMxEnixAce not going to be shy about that. He's going to go ahead and toss that factory down right there in front of his opponent. Excuse me. Need some Coke. There we go. Good stuff. And a reactor going down on this barracks. My guess is this factory going to do the old switcheroo with the barracks, which means we are going to see some Hellions out on the field. That is always fun. And only one gas right now, so definitely going to be able to support Hellion production. And yeah, he may even go for a starport here fairly soon. But this poor SCV is going to get chased down by Zerglings and probably die. Indeed, indeed. It only is going to take one more hit. Down he goes. Poor old guy. Good stuff there from Optikcoyote. Does have a queen now at both of his bases. Going to be putting down some spine crawlers. Ooh, nice positioning here. That is going to ensure that he does get some shots off against those Hellions should they cruise around this mineral line. So good stuff there, and this will also help prevent him from getting up in the main, especially with the positioning of the queen here right next to the ramp. So good stuff. I think this should be a pretty decent defense against the Hellions. You can see the first two now cruising out across the map right now. Are they going to blind this tower? No, they're not. So good scouting again from Optikcoyote, and these guys should be not doing tons and tons of damage. Now, they should get a couple kills here and there, but there's plenty of spine crawlers at this point. He's going to have to wait for probably 2 more. Does see the other spine crawler on the other side, making him feel not super comfortable in cruising back there. So good stuff. I mean, I'm loving Optikcoyote's build here. Look at that. He's tossing down his roach horn here to block the front side of that ramp so they can't just cruise right around here like that. Great stuff. But there are now 4 of them. Looks like they are going to cruise back over here and try and find... Oh, maybe not. Oh, they're going to take out this Zergling first. That's what they're going to do. Blind your opponent. Good stuff. Down goes that poor Zergling. It is going to be a Zergling barbecue. And as you can see, these Hellion pilots eating that sucker up fast. Haha. Good stuff. But it is going to be roaches here from Optikcoyote. I'm liking this play so far. He's still on 1 gas, though. probably going to need at least a second gas here for solid roach production in just a moment, but he is going to be getting out 6 roaches. And here they come. Looks as though these Hellions are going to have to back the heck out. Great defense from Optikcoyote right now, but look at what NMxEnixAce is doing. He is double expanding. Now talk about aggressive macro play here from NMxEnixAce. Wow, that is the word for the day. But the factory now not doing anything. He's going to transition completely to air. It looks like it is going to be Banshees. No cloaking field out quite yet, but it won't be too long before that is the case, I assume. Well, maybe not. He may stick with what he's got. But he is going to have to defend here, and this could be problematic because, you know what? That's a lot of roaches. Does need to get this Banshee out right away. Gonna have to lift up this command center. I think it'd probably be smart. He's just going to let this guy tank damage for just a moment. Does lift him up. And here comes the Banshee. Maybe. Go Banshee. Go Banshee. Oh, I see what he's doing. The Hellions did get in here. Wow, he's actually getting quite a few kills here with these Hellions. In the meantime, it looks like the roaches are making it into the base. And it is kind of a who can do the most economic damage to your opponent trade situation. A couple SCVs definitely going to die here, but all these roaches are going to be sacrificed to this Banshee. Wow, these Hellions being super effective. 16 kills on one! Oh my goodness, he has been brutalizing these drones back here while we have been watching a Banshee picking away at those roaches. My goodness, boy, we actually missed, I think, the better battle out of the two. Let's just check our workers lost here. Oh my goodness, 12 kills for Optikcoyote, actually beating NMxEnixAce. So most of those kills from the Hellions were killing Zerglings, so he didn't get as many drone kills as we expected, but that's okay. That is okay. He should be just fine. And here comes a little bit of a counterattack, one roach, I should say, and several Zerglings. And we do have Banshees here for defense, as well as an engineering bay going down, so kind of interesting. Now he does have this third base up and running right now, and Optikcoyote's not completely aware of that. He's just assuming it's one base at this point. But a couple of units are going to get sniped here. That Mule did go down, so that energy going to a little bit of waste there, but not too bad. But a couple Banshees able to clean that up pretty well. So Optikcoyote, now let's take a look at the units lost. Optikcoyote slightly behind, but not in bad shape, that's for sure. He is on 3 base himself now. Let's just check the units tab and see where we're at. 47, well, 51 now. Harvesters to 32. Obviously, NMxEnixAce going to be relying on his mules here to make up that difference. And income tab will show that it's pretty close that way, actually. Let's see. Well, he needs to get another mule down, but when he calls down another mule, we'll check. Oh, he's got one right there. Well, so never mind. Optikcoyote is ahead economically. What can we say? Oh, 56 to 37. Wow, so 20 difference. Difficult for these mules to make up that difference. Let's just check right now. Now that he's got 3 down. That does make it a little bit closer. So not too bad, but here comes some Banshees. 3 of them with a Raven. Nice stuff. No cloak on these guys yet. However, in numbers of 3, they really don't need that, that cloaking field. Oh wow, look at this. Raven going to be using an auto turret here. Going to deny all the mining at this base here for just a moment. Look at this. Is absolutely going for the snipe on the hatchery. And may even get the snipe on this poor queen. But the hatchery is indeed going to go down, it looks like. So great snipe here from NMxEnixAce. Wow. Interesting play, and backing out there immediately is going to see that Mutalisk, though, coming after him. Is it going to be able to escape the Mutalisks? Here come the Mutas. They're going to be doing a lot of damage here. One of these Banshees, I think, is probably going to go down. Maybe even 2. Oh, yeah, it is going to be 2, I think. 2 go down, and look at that clutch Thor coming in, and Optikcoyote rather saying, whoa, got to get the heck out of there. Turns those suckers around fast. But there is Thors now out on the field. We do have vehicle plating level 1. These Thors going to be beefcake. Wow. Got to love it. Here comes the harass, though. A lot of missile turrets here. Going to be pushing those guys back. And this third base here is a planetary fortress from NMxEnixAce, so kind of interesting play there. Going to be pretty effective, though. What can we say? Now, there is a nice critical number here of Mutalisks for Optikcoyote. Going to probably try and press this attack just a little bit more. He could oh, but look at that, running right up against the Thor, backing out immediately there. Optikcoyote is going to secure a fourth. He is retaking his third here, so looking pretty good. Did save that queen, luckily. That queen not dying, I think, was a little bit of oversight, but you know, NMxEnixAce really had to try and evacuate those Banshees because of that Mutalisk popping out there. So I think it was the right play, but oh, well, look at this. Vehicle plating level 2, so we are going to have super beefcake Thors here in just a little bit. And if he goes for 3, I guess that would make them God Thors. But wow, I mean, great stuff right now from both of these players. I'm loving this tech pattern. How many times do you get to see this many Thors on the field? Check that units tab. It is 4 Thors. Yikes. Ladies and gentlemen, I am loving it. Got to love it. And here is base 4. Looks like it is going to be up and running. Notice the drone transfer here for Optikcoyote, so he's dead serious about getting himself on 4 base and keeping his main and natural mining as long as possible. These are going to be his best defensive positions. Here comes some more Mutalisk harass. Going to be cruising in here. Oh, wow, this missile turret going to get a couple kills here, it looks like, but they are going to snipe the gas, which I guess is okay snipe, but I don't know. I mean, if you're going to lose some Mutalisks there, I don't think it's necessarily the most cost-effective thing to snipe. But, I mean, you do what you can to slow the production of Thors. I mean, NMxEnixAce is absolutely going to need all 3 bases worth of gas to continue Thor production at that level. He is going to post a Thor here for defense. In the meantime, he is going to be building up a very, very large Thor army. Check the units tab. That is 7 Thors out on the field, guys. Wow. Got to love it. Nice looking wall in here from NMxEnixAce. Beautiful stuff. Look at that, using a starport to wall it off, too. That's what's funny. These Mutalisks, boy, they're dying to get in here and do some damage. Looks like they may even get a kill here on 1 supply depot. Not bad. 1 supply depot going down. Anything they can do, I think, is useful. As long as they don't lose any of their numbers. I mean, that's the key. They can't be dying. They're such an expensive unit, and quite frankly, if in a straight-up battle, are not very cost-effective in and of themselves. I mean, like a one-on-one for equal cost, generally speaking, they usually lose, unless, of course, it can't attack air. But you know what I mean. Here comes the attack again, and Thors, too many Thors here to deal with, so Optikcoyote is going to back out. Does have quite a few roaches going to be cruising up here. These Thors are going to be super effective against the roaches. Planetary Fortress is going to be super effective against roaches, but it does look like the attack is going to commence here in just a moment. You can see that a lot, oh wow, look at this. Roach is going to be dropping in the main. A lot of roaches. A good 2-pronged attack here from Optikcoyote. Here comes the drop, and here goes the 2-pronged attack. Is this going to stick? Now, there's not tons for defense here for NMxEnixAce, and here comes the attack number 1. And attack number 2. Going down first. And here goes this other attack here. See which one's going to be going better here. But NMxEnixAce is going to have to split his army. Oh, Thor going to go down very quickly. Does get a couple shots off before that. This Thor going to be trying this one. But look at all these roaches now in the back here. Brutalizing this economy here and taking out that orbital command. And look at these Thors trying to clean it up. But this, oh wow, the planetary did go down. Rebuilding it almost immediately. A couple Thors here, but great snipe there from Optikcoyote. However, there's still a lot of Thors on the field to deal with here. But wow, that was really, really effective there from Optikcoyote. So good stuff. Oh, he lifted it. He didn't snipe it. Oh, so great reaction there. Reaction time there from NMxEnixAce. Didn't notice that. That's because we were watching this battle, but these roaches are going to evacuate. Now, Optikcoyote did take some substantial losses to make that happen, so hopefully the economic damage that he did was worth it. We shall see. Let's check the units tab. Whoops, we're already on the units tab. 73 drones right now for Optikcoyote to 45 SCVs from NMxEnixAce. He does obviously have some mules rather to help out there, but here he goes with a pretty large attack. A lot of Thors here. Mass Thor. How many times do you get to see 14 Thors cruising out across the map? In force! My goodness, look at that. More in production. Vehicle plating level 3. Look at that. +2 plating right now. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Corruptor's not going to fare very well against the Thors right now, but that is not the biggest concern, I think, for NMxEnixAce. Look at this. He is mounting a counter attack It is going to be kind of a base trade situation. A lot of roaches in here. +2, +1 on those roaches. But here comes the Thor attack. These guys going to brutalize these buildings very, very quickly. This base absolutely going to go down. Now let's take a look at what these roaches are able to handle here. No planetary here for defense. There's actually nothing for defense right now in the base here for Optic. And these roaches with free reign, absolutely doing the damage that they need to. Optikcoyote looking like he may be able to clean out his opponent in game number 1. These Thors now cruising down here to the natural, going to take out this, the macro hatch, but this is less effective, I think. Do have some SCVs cruising up here. Looks like they're going to kill drones. But Optikcoyote now a little bit scared. I think he is going to back out with his roaches. There's just no mining going on here for NMxEnixAce, but he's got so many of these Thors that I think it's just something that Optikcoyote is going to have to deal with. But, oh wow, he's losing this base. He's got one mining base here, is retaking this base. Needs to get it saturated, but here come the roaches. Are they going to be able to hold off these Thors? Can't lose his tech structures here. That's going to be a big loss. The Baneling Nest is going to go down. And are they going to cruise up into the main? If they do, they're going to find Broodlords, and that's going to make them less than happy. Here comes the main attack. We've got Broodlords from the high ground. Thor's going to try and wail on him from down here. We've got plenty of roaches down here on the low ground. It looks as though NMxEnixAce is probably going to lose all of these Thors. Now, they'll take out a lot of units while they do so, but man, I mean, this is the big loss here for NMxEnixAce that's going to cost him the game. Going to be very, very difficult to rebuild from this point. Notice he is taking the gold. I think that's a smart move, but it just may not be enough. I mean, look at his supply count now. Down to 31. I mean, this puts him back to like the 5-minute mark, 6-minute mark, or something like that. Brutal, brutal, brutal. And now the big counterattack from Optikcoyote, where he should go potentially untouched for just a little while. Going to be mounting here. You got Broodlords cruising out here. All these roaches taking out. Wow, look at that. A Thor going down very, very quickly. +2, +1 still on the roaches only. And they just rebuilt his roach warren, so that was good stuff for him. Going to be getting more roaches out. We do have vehicle weapons level 1 going down for NMxEnixAce, but man, I just don't know if he's going to be able to hold here. Here come the roaches, going to kill this orbital command. Potentially he's going to have to lift this off. Oh, nope, it's burning. That sucker is dead. And this gold expand absolutely going to die as well, and it is on fire. So going to be losing HP, but here comes the main attack. Looks like the roach is going to wait here for the Broodlords to get in position and then cruise up this ramp. And ladies and gentlemen, this is probably going to be game. Oh my goodness, no, Optikcoyote is backing out here for just a moment. I wonder why. Actually, kind of interesting. Is there like a ghost or something calling down nukes that I don't see? I don't see anything, so I assume Optikcoyote probably going to be pushing in here in just a moment, but interesting play. Oh, there's a drop ship. Comes the medevac. There's nothing in it though, so yeah, couple Vikings. Oh, I see what he's waiting for. There it is. There's the GG from NMxEnixAce. So great stuff there. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be going into game number 2 where it will be NMxEnixAce's map pick. So don't alt-tab. Always alt-Starcraft. We'll see you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now on Zelnaga Caverns. And just want to make sure he's okay. Looks like he is. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, Optikcoyote is just fine. It is game 2. No pause needed, he says. Cool, so we are set to go. Now let's take a look at our spawn locations. Optikcoyote going to be spawning as our blue Zerg up here in the top right-hand corner. In the bottom left, it is NMxEnixAce, hailing from Clan Nightmare, as our red Terran down here in the bottom left. Got to love it. Do have plenty of SCVs on the way. Looks like he is going to go for supply depots. Got to love the early game where there's so much going on. Beautiful stuff. Optikcoyote going for a little bit of an extractor trick. Got to love that. Fairly effective, you know, and especially in the early game where you don't have much other micro to do. You might as well try and take advantage of things like that. So, I mean, if Optikcoyote does it, everyone else should do it too, right? But really, really solid play from both of these players so far. Optikcoyote did take down game number 1 in this best of 3 matchup, and it is vying for the position here of going into the finals. So a semifinal match. The winner here will be competing for the $20 cash prize at the end of the day, and that is going to be tons of fun. Now we do have, it looks like, this drone scout heading out as well as the SCV scout. These guys didn't quite see each other, but I'm sure they can assume that they're scouting, especially now that the scout is in the base. But pretty good stuff. We do have a barracks going down in decent time. Looks like he's set up to drop his add-on in this location to start completing a wall off. So not a bad play there at all. Ooh, wow, that drone just barely living there. And that SCV going to be backing out with his life as well. But the SCV would have got the better of him, so we got to be careful there. If you are a drone, SCV's OP. Looks like the orbital command is now on the way, as well as a fairly fast expand here from Optikcoyote. Notice that he did go hatch first, and his spawning pool is catching up now in the build time, though, but he did go hatch first there. Gas is complete. Is he going to saturate this right away? Yes, he is. And here comes Shen the Overlord. This guy going to cruise around to NMxEnixAce's base and gather some good, solid intel. So pretty solid stuff. 1 gas so far for both players. So NMxEnixAce is going to be going for what appears to be some Hellion play. Not a bad deal there. We do have a reactor going down on that barracks. Here comes the switcheroo and a starport going down right away as well. Got to love this stuff. So it is a nice 1-1-1 build here. Where's this barracks going? No, there he goes. He's going to build a tech lab for his starport there. Not bad stuff. Not at all. And Hellion's now on the way, 2 at a time. Going to be cruising out across the map. You notice that he did just change that rally point. Oh, look at that. He sees the Zergling and right away is going to change his trajectory. Beautiful stuff. You got to love that. Quick reaction times from these players. NMxEnixAce, a shining example of those great reactions. Now he is going to, the pressure on. He's got to go on a 2-game winning streak to take on this best of 3 here against Optikcoyote, because that, oh man, such strong play from him in that first game. But definitely is possible. 2-game winning streak, not that big of a deal. But best of 3s, man, the pressure just starts to mount very quickly. Great attack here from NMxEnixAce. Going to be taking out a couple units here, but it looks like this Hellion is going to go down fairly quickly. He did get 3 kills there. Let's just check Control R. How many workers did he kill? 4 total. Not bad. Maybe a couple more. Yep. Ooh, good sniping there. Oh, and GG from Optikcoyote with a sigh. Was not quite prepared for those Hellions, and that cost him the game there. So that is going to take us to game 3. Great strong play there from NMxEnixAce, especially since he wasn't even hiding that tech. So good stuff. We'll see you guys here in game 3. So don't alt-tab. Always alt-Starcraft. We'll see you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and here comes the heartwarming conclusion of this best of 3. It is going to be, whoops, sorry. There we go. It is going to be NMxEnixAce versus Optikcoyote. And it is tied up 1-1 in this best of 3 right now. And Optikcoyote did lose that game fairly quickly in the last one. Not prepared for that Hellion play. And that really, really hurt him, I think. I think maybe somebody was messaging him or something, and he felt like he needed to talk to him. And it just cost him, I think, a little bit of micro there that cost him the game. Now, they are on a 2-player map here. I love Belcher Beach. Optikcoyote said any map is fine. I asked him if Belcher Beach was okay. He said yes. I love this map. It's so pretty, and I think that it's because of the changes, it's fairly balanced at this point. Now let's take a look at what some of those changes are. You will remember that there used to be high ground in this location instead of low ground. It used to be a raised spot that you could abuse with units up on the high ground, as well as hiding tech and things like that. Well, they took it out, as well as it was a sight blocker to stuff that was over here. But they did take that out and put in this low ground. And they also took out the ramp that was here, taking you down to the 3rd. as well as they made this ramp just a little bit smaller. There actually was two ramps. There was a ramp here going down to the center, and then a ramp here kind of going down to this location as well. But they really changed that map dynamic a lot. It really evened it out. Now, I mean, Protoss can forge fast expand by walling off here. It's fairly easy to defend your natural at this point. Notice that Optikcoyote is going to be going for a fairly early hatch here, hatch first. And pretty good stuff there. Looks like Barracks going to be going down for NMxEnixAce, working on a wall off here at this point first. I'm not going to be bothered with walling off here quite yet. Not a bad play. Wants to make sure that his opponent not going to be sending early Zerglings into his main. That can be super frustrating. But early gas here from NMxEnixAce, so that's kind of interesting. Looks like he may be gearing up for some Hellion play in the near future. That working pretty good for him so far. So is Optikcoyote going to be able to deal with it here in Game 3? He's tried it in every single game so far. Game 1, Optikcoyote dealt with it very, very well. Of course, it was on Metalopolis, and Metalopolis fairly easy to position spine crawlers to deal with Hellions. So now in that last game, it just turned out to be too much. Is he going to be able to make that happen here? That's the question. The only trouble with Hellions on this map is that you really have to put both of your spine crawlers in this position here, so that you, and probably one in your main, so that you really try and keep them out of the main, because they take a lot of damage as they run by, and then you need to have one here to defend the main, so it does require a lot of spine crawlers to potentially deal with those Hellions. And look at this, it is probably going to be Hellions. We do see the factory going down as well as the reactor on the barracks, so the old switcheroo probably in order here in just a minute. And yeah, that's going to be pretty fun. Now, the winner of this match will go to the finals in tonight's tournament, and there's a $20 prize tonight, so this is going to be really, really fun stuff to see who they're going to be taking on. Actually, we already know who they're taking on. I'm going to go check the brackets. Who is that going to be? It is Tapeless! Nightmares Tapeless. Wow, it could even be an NMX final. NMxEnixAce versus Tapeless. Both of those guys from the same clan. That is Clan Nightmare. And there goes the spine crawlers. Ooh, I'm liking, oh, wow, positioning there of the Roach Warren. Very, very, very effective, I would say. I think that's tight there. I can't actually tell. But it does appear to be tight. Whoops. I don't know, maybe not. It might have a gap there. I can't tell. We'll check it out here in just a little bit. Yeah, I think it's a gap. I'll guess it's a gap, but there are the Hellions, and now Optikcoyote in that same position he was in that last game, having to worry about dealing with Hellions. And here comes two of them cruising across the map. He does only have one spine crawler up right now. He does have double queens. Going to have to rely on the queens to deal here. Uh-oh, and NMxEnixAce backing out. It looks like he may wait for +2 Hellions to get in and do the harass. That's going to make them so much more effective against these drones. I mean, they can almost one-shot them, I think. Or they can one-shot them with 4, can't they? Oh, I don't like the positioning of this spine crawler. That is making me sad, sad, sad. And look at that, taking too long to get in, and it's going down in too late of a time. That we do have a couple roaches out. That is definitely going to be helpful here. Going to require a lot of micro, though, to take care of these drones. Good micro so far. Oh, a little bit of a line there, and NMxEnixAce exploiting that quickly. But there are plenty of roaches here, it looks like, to deal. This roach going to try and get some kills. Oh, but these guys focusing down so many drones. Oh, my drone. What the drone is going on? And so many drones dying right now. Look at those burning corpses left on the ground. Looks as though he will finally clean this up, but look at the losses, ladies and gentlemen. Down to 14 drones. Control R shows that it is 12 workers killed. Ouch. Optikcoyote actually suffering pretty heavily there. Brutal, brutal, brutal. And so he has definitely got a little bit of ground to make up right now, but probably should be able to do it. He is on a solid 2 base, but notice that NMxEnixAce is securing his natural as well. Great stuff. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's not misplaced. It's just a funky looking place there. We do have a Banshee out, and here comes some roaches, though. Going to be trying to mount an attack and absolutely be effective against those Hellions. Stalling the mining or the production of the command center. Good cancel going down. These roaches are going to sacrifice themselves to try and take out some units here. Is he going to get the snipe on some more of these buildings? I mean, there's no sense in backing out at this point. The Banshees should be able to chase him down. So just going to try and kill what looks to be the factory, but I don't think it's going to go down. The factory does have 1,250 HP, so these roaches are going to die. Ouch! And not get tons done. So Brutal loss there, I think, for Optikcoyote. I don't necessarily agree with that counterattack. Now, he did stall the production of this command center, and that is going to be slightly helpful for him going forward here. And I think that was his biggest goal. He wanted to deny the expand, and just might as well keep him there since there were so many Banshees on the field, because, I mean, what do you do at that point? But there are some Spore Crawlers going down. He is going to have to deal with these Banshees now. Spore Crawler, ooh, not quite here in time. Uh-oh. Queen is going to die, and here comes Queen number 2 to try and pick at these suckers. Double Queens here. We do have a lair on the way, so not bad there. 3 Banshees. They did get the snipe on 1 Queen, and that is absolutely going to mean something. Notice that Optikcoyote is going to spread creep in his base here so that he can deal with that much quicker, as well as get the scouting intel quicker. So I think that's a really nice play. Notice he's got great creep spread towards the center of the map. Look at that creep going underneath the water. I always wondered if creep was buoyant, but it apparently is not. Oh, this poor creep spreading queen going to have to evacuate there fairly quickly. Ooh, that creep tumor lived somehow. Lucky, lucky. But here come the Banshees, maybe around the back. We'll see. Maybe not. No, just going to camp for just a little bit. We'll see how that's going to go. NMxEnixAce is going to be securing his 3rd base. So getting a little bit aggressive on his expanding here. So I'm liking that pretty good. I think he does think that he's a little bit ahead here and going to try and take what small lead he does have and turn it into a very large, what would you call it? Economic lead. Jeez, whew, losing words for today. But down it goes. He is going to be in pretty decent shape here on 3 bases. Good creep spread yet again. It looks like Optikcoyote putting down a lot of creep tumors. He is dead serious about covering this map in creep. That is really going to give him a lot of intel for pushes. This queen going to have to evacuate. Is she going to get away? Nope. Oh, wow, she did, because they started to target creep tumors. And look at this. NMxEnixAce bringing out a Raven and is going to brutalize this creep spread. Nice play there from NMxEnixAce. That is going to cost Optikcoyote here for just a little while. He is trying to secure his 3rd at this moment, but that's going to be tough, especially if these Banshees decide they want to try and deny it, because he won't have the AA here to deal with that, so probably just have to toss down a cancel. In the meantime, we do have centrifugal hooks, melee attack level 1, and look at that, another hatchery. Of course, that is this one right here. We already took a look at that. And plenty of Hydras now out on the field. These guys are going to be super effective against Banshees as long as they have good vision. Wow. Yeah, Hellions actually are fairly effective against Hydras, so that is good to note. But that many Hydras, pretty effective against 1 Hellion, so there you go. Always note those differences. And here come the Hydras. Now, Thors are going to brutalize these suckers, and absolutely no reason to back out here. Hydralisks are painfully slow when they're off creep, and so he did get some scouting intel there, but he did sacrifice a lot of units to do so, and that you can see that showing up here, I think, in his supply count. Notice he's at 75 while NMxEnixAce cruising towards 100 at 92 at this point. And his 3rd base is up and running here pretty solid. He's only got 4 gas. Probably expect to see him taking more gas here in just a little bit, but we need to see, I think, maybe a little bit of change of strategy here from Optikcoyote. He's going to get maybe out some roaches here. He's droning up pretty hard right now and going more for more melee attacks. So I don't know. Maybe he's going to go for a greater Spire and a whole bunch of Banelings and a whole bunch of Zerglings. We'll see what it's going to be. But it's not the worst play. But I mean, especially if these Thors get some healing or repairing SCVs on them, they're actually pretty effective against those little ground units. And we'll see how that's going to go, though. But Mass Thor yet again here from NMxEnixAce. Now, he did lose his other Mass Thor play against Optikcoyote, so I don't know how that's going to go for him. But this is about the time Optikcoyote probably needs to be gearing up for his 4th base here at 15 minutes in. And we do have what looks to be melee attack level 2, almost 50% complete. Centrifugal hooks is complete. He's gearing up pretty well. I don't know how this is going to go, but we'll definitely give it a shot. And, wow, good stuff. Banshees here defending the 3rd. This main army, though, for NMxEnixAce is pretty stinking scary. Notice he is walling this off. Does have a bunker here. It's engineering bay, part of the wall off. Not bad at all. Double, no triple factories, and there is a fourth factory, as well as a starport going down, or putting down a reactor here. Not bad stuff. We do have Optikcoyote's Mass Ling now out on the field, and here comes Banelings. Banelings with those upgrades do a lot of splash damage, ladies and gentlemen, so this could be a pretty decent play here. I'm interested to see how it's going to go against this very, very heavy mech mix here, especially with this nice wall in. Looks as though NMxEnixAce is wise to what's going on here. Oh, is he going to cruise out? Oh, he's just letting an SCV in. But look at that, 9 Thors here, and here comes number 10. This is crazy, crazy train, guys. Cannot believe what we're seeing here, but Mass Thor yet again. Oh, here comes the attack. Looks like he is going to brutalize this base here for NMxEnixAce. My goodness, I missed the initial attack there. But that orbital command is going to have to fly away. Well, no, it's not. It's going to re-land. But all of the mining there completely stalled, and SCV's dying like crazy. We do have a changeling here checking to see if there is any push towards that location so we would know when to evacuate. Really, really nice play there from him. And the mining going down again here, so looks like this changeling's scouting that pretty well. He's waiting for probably some SCV transfers. Does see some, and look what he's doing. He's going to move out here, move out again. Look, he's only going to take a few, but he is going to clear out the SCVs here first, and he's going to really try and stall the mining there. Notice that he is taking his fourth behind this. I'm liking this play from Optikcoyote. This is really going to help him catch back up in this matchup. Yep, those Zerglings taking out a lot of units there, looking really, really solid. But look at how many Thors this is. This Mass Thor play is unbelievable. That is 12, now 13 Thors, 14 Thors out on the field. Yikes. Wow. And a bunch of Hellions now going to be coming out on the field as well. So that is pretty interesting. Are they Blue Flame Hellions, I wonder? Yes, they are Infernal Flamethrowers. So pretty good stuff. Here comes the Zerglings yet again to clear out the mining one more time, keeping his opponent stuck on 2 base. I'm liking this. Denying the mining at the third over and over and over. Look at all of these Banelings. Oh my goodness, Mouse Baneling. Oh my goodness. We are about to see fireworks, and by fireworks I mean Banelings, and it is going to be crazy train. But here comes Mass Thor. They do have +2 armor, and look at this! Banelings going in there and taking these suckers out, and pretty stinking fast as well. Wow, that throwaway army there from Optikcoyote, fairly stinking effective. However, they did not do any damage to the Banshees. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Beautiful stuff there. These Banshees trying to get in here. There are a couple Hellions as well here. No defense here against the Hellions. That is the trouble. It looks as though this Spore Crawler is going to go down. So great counterattack here from NMxEnixAce. Going to be doing a lot of damage. Optikcoyote really needs to have better defense here, I think, at his expansions to deal with this. And look at this, a Thor getting in here. We do have some Mutas here, but Mutas absolutely not effective against this Thor. Here comes more Mutas. Oh my goodness, going to try and take out this Thor. Now he does have plenty of numbers here, but is going to lose a couple Mutas to make that happen. Looks like these... Oh, Hellions! Such too much damage. Oh wow, and taking down so many drones there. But here come the Mutas to try and clean up. We do have a little bit more of a counterattack here. These guys, oh wow, is he going to expand here? I don't know, but he is going to deny more mining at the third. Just checking in here to see what's going on. Here comes more Hellions here doing so much drone kills. My goodness. Wow. And wow, but Optikcoyote did hold on there, but the playing field fairly even, I think, at this point. Notice that Optikcoyote has lost a little bit more, but most of that is due to his army being more of a throwaway army with those Banelings, so he's got to throw those away to do the damage. But NMxEnixAce has been stuck on this 2 base here for quite a while. He's only really on 1 mining base, and that definitely is hurting him, I think, at this point. Wow. Units tab shows that he is down to 24 SCVs. Got to make something happen here, I think. And look at that. He's pulled most of his SCVs here to take care of Thors. And here comes a very, very large push from NMxEnixAce. These Thors pretty scary. But is Optikcoyote going to have enough defenses here to deal with it? Looks as though, maybe? Mutas here trying to get in on the action. Oh, Thor's. Whoa! No magic boxing, that is for sure, and it does not matter. That is just way too many Thors for Mutalisks to tank. And Mutalisk's absolutely going to have to back out here. I think that Optikcoyote is going to have to sack an expansion here. Here comes the Blue Flame Hellions. Look at that. Going to evacuate these drones here fairly quickly. Not bad play there. The Mutalisk's trying to take care of those Hellions, but this is such a great unit composition here for NMxEnixAce. He may be able to take it down with just the units that he's got. Now, wouldn't that be interesting? Optikcoyote, is he building up a Roach army? Yes, he is. Putting it out here in the center of the map, not a bad deal. But definitely transitioning out of these Mutas is, I think, a good idea at this point. Looks like these Zerglings did clear out the mining here at the third again, putting NMxEnixAce stuck on mining only here at this mineral line for his natural. And look at this, those Hellions getting in here as well are going to take out this expand. A lot of drones, and probably going to go ahead and get a kill on the Queen here, but it doesn't really matter. The Queen not going to be able to do much back here. Yep, she does go down. But so many Thors here from NMxEnixAce that this is just difficult to deal with, I think, for Optikcoyote. Now, he does have a little bit of mining to be done here at his main, but not much. His natural here, oversaturated, obviously, but the only mining he has available to him right now. He is securing this base up here, which may remain hidden for just a little bit and could serve him fairly well, but looks like NMxEnixAce is going to start long-distance mining some gold here. Doesn't have time to take out those destructible rocks. He's got to be active with these Thors. Looks like these Roaches gonna have to back out here. Unbelievable play from these guys so far. But NMxEnixAce, man, he's in pretty decent shape. I mean, these Thors have stayed alive for so long that now their cost effectiveness is skyrocketing. So Optikcoyote really struggling to find a way to deal with these guys. Here comes, I think, the moment of truth. Optikcoyote, I think, is absolutely go time for him right now. Is he going to be able to hold here? These Roaches trying to take out all of the Hellions first. Not a bad idea, but these Thors in the back getting into position and absolutely going to be tanking damage like crazy. They do have +3 armor. Oh, man, I don't know. It looks like this is about to be game, ladies and gentlemen. NMxEnixAce going to be besting Optikcoyote. Wow, and Optikcoyote does have some Broodlords out, but these guys are going to have trouble here. Got to get these Roaches into position here to make those Broodlords super effective, I think. Broodlords can take a decent amount of damage from the Thors, but not tons. I mean, that range on the Thor is so absolutely brutal. Here comes the main attack from Optikcoyote. Is he going to be able to brutalize enough Thors here to make it stick? Oh no, he's really, the damage here on these Broodlords is spread out quite a bit, which is fairly effective there for Optikcoyote, but not enough Roaches, I don't think. He just doesn't have enough. And there it is. He says, "Bot was fun to try it, though. Good game. Good luck in the tournament," says Optikcoyote. Gotta love the manners on that guy. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt-tab. Always alt-Starcraft. We will see you guys in the finals.